I'm going to show you the right way to move a mattress. The truth is, there's about 100 different ways to move a mattress. Depending on 100 or 1,000 different types of mattresses, sizes, the materials, the type of tape, your size whenever it comes to carrying it, lifting it, if it's one person, two person. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you as much information as I can to help prepare you for whatever moving situation you have. So this is my mattress. Don't judge me on the cleanliness of it. I have seen all of your mattresses and they're not all pristine. So anyway, but these are all materials here that I have listed in links on my website, manandolly.com. And the reason why I give you, and I'll explain it later, but the reason why I give you three options as far as mattress bags go is because you don't always, depending on your budget and what you're moving, how you're moving, etc. They all have their pros and their cons, etc., etc. Whether you're moving into storage, just moving temporary, how heavy your mattress is, and then tape to seal it up. Now, there are certain mattress bags that do come with a seal that you can peel away and you can stick it to itself. Those are pretty cool. However, I have seen some of those not work, and then you got to tape them anyway. So I got the ones where you have the tape. So let's get into it. I guarantee you I'm probably going to give you way more information than you really need to know. So I'm going to do my best to keep it clear, concise, and quick. And let's go ahead. So we're going to start from the most basic to hard and heavy, hardcore one, to a zippered mattress bag, and they all have their pros and their cons. And yeah, so we got the basic one. This one I would say, and this one actually comes with two. And what's funny is that while this comes with two, it's still not as thick as this one here, if you could kind of tell in the thing there. But this one's really used for if you're not really going to be using it, moving it much, if you're just trying to get it from point A to point B without it getting dirty in the truck. You can do the solution of putting or leaving your sheets on. You can put a sheet on the top, a sheet on the bottom. That way it could have a 360. But sometimes those come off when carrying it, etc., etc. Anyway, so we got this bag. We're going to go ahead and put it on, and I'm going to show you a way that you can put it on even if you're alone. So as you see, I already have it. What I do is I pull it to the edge of the bed. Now, if I had a partner with me, we'd lift it together. We'd lift it off, flip it up, or we'd flip it to one side or the other, depending on where we have room. But you can use the bed itself for leverage. So let's go ahead. Let's get this going. And I have a box cutter linked as well. This pack here is pretty cool because it comes with two. So if you're really cautious and you want to do your box spring, then you're more than welcome to. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so once you have the mattress bag open, what I do, if you can get it, this is the edge here. Right here is the edge. And as you can see, this is very transparent, very thin. I can almost easily just rip it apart now. I don't want to do that. But what I do is I just kind of create a little bag there, and then I catch it on one end, and then I aim to keep it on there, and I walk it over to the other side. Now, again, this is my technique if it's just me and I don't have any help. Now, once you have it to where the entire bottom is on, you can flip it up. This, honestly, I didn't realize this was so nice and so perfect, but this is set for a queen, but I love how long it is. Sometimes the mattress bag, it just barely meets the top and you don't have much room to like overlap it there at the top. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set it up here so that I don't have to reach up top to try to take this over. So now that I have it here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flap this one, the top part, all the way down. Now that's why I love this brown tape, is because it has it to where you can do that kind of stretch and go sort of technique where you got it. And when you get to the edge there, the brown tape, and it's not all brown tape, but a lot of it has it, and some clear tape where you can kind of do like and then it makes it easy to rip, which I love that, especially being a mover, doing a lot of boxes, especially on packing jobs. It makes it a lot easier, a lot quicker. There you go. All right, and if you want to be extra cautious, you can go like this. Do your tape around. There's many different types of mattresses, and this is why I have many different choices for the mattress bags, is because this mattress bag would be just fine for my mattress. Why? Because it's lighter, it's on the lighter side, and it's firm, which means that I don't need to grip as much. The more you need to grip on it to pick it up like this, most people can squeeze and lift that. But if for whatever reason you have a mattress or a situation where you need to carry something and you need to pull it real hard, this is not going to be your mattress bag. In fact, if I go like this, I see I already ripped it. I already ripped it right there. And that's just by me just lifting it up a little bit. And it's already starting to rip a little bit on the other side. And that's it. And all I'm doing is holding it right now. And it's ripping. So that's why I offer different options. So let's go ahead and let's switch to the next sides up. One thing I did notice, the tape here doesn't stick as well. It's there, it's solid. The tape didn't stick as well, and it feels like it moves every time I move the mattress, but this thing, it's pretty solid. That's good to go. If I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move it with two people, you can either do the squeeze grip, or you can get it from the bottom and kind of move here. If you need, whenever you need to watch for the doors, you just go low. If you are alone and you need to pick it up, how I do it is the bed would be disassembled typically, and I would have more room. But what I do is I usually get an anchor arm, and I try to use the strength of the forearm, and so it could rest. So what I do is I take it here in the middle, and I grip it, and so that I have some room down there to grab it with my other arm, is I go like this, and I reach up under there, get a good little grip, and then I use the leverage of my arm to pick it up. And then what I do, let me check the height there. There we go. Is I go from there and I kind of hover accordingly. So as I need to go around, and I'm making sure this is where you kind of use your guessing to kind of guess, and then you can kind of see if you need to lower to go under a doorway, you got to kind of crawl and then go up. But if you can tell, I'm gonna go low. Watch out for that ceiling fan. If you could kind of tell, maybe from this viewpoint, that all of the weight is essentially sitting on the arm down below. So all that's going to be sitting there. This is just to keep it from falling off. But you got to have some forearm endurance to do this carry here. And then you go from there. So let's go ahead and get the last mattress bag on. The zipper all the way around. The zippers for this, so it'll kind of lay on there. Lay it on its side. I'm gonna lay it on over. Another thing that us movers do, it's another value point to getting a mover, is we're really quick at figuring things out. So while this isn't a new product to me and I'm sort of familiar with it, it's also figuring it out, like how to get that on without having a second person, and figuring it out in a snap moment, and making sure that it's easy. Now, I can already tell, and I'm gonna point it out here in a second whenever I get this completely on, but I can already tell there are some cons to this bag here, and I'll show you in a second. So this snaps off. Okay, all right. I was worried about the amount of slack that this thing has, because it has so much. It's so fat as far as the bag goes, but they do have this little clips, and I don't think I remember seeing these last time. So this is probably a new addition to it. It does have two grips there. If I had to make a suggestion to them, in addition to having this snap on, I would make a snap on from here to the other side so that you can grab it from here, because lifting here and then kind of adding pressure there is a beautiful point. But if you don't have a firm mattress, I can understand why this would work. However, depending on your weight, your ability, this is not a good one, because you want to be able to walk. And if you're trudging upstairs or something like that, this lower grip really isn't all that low. Most of the time, whenever you're carrying, especially if you're backing upstairs, you want to be able to use as much of your leg space as possible. So me, I'd like to go low, like here. I mean, this is, you get a little lower, but these handles are okay. They'll get the job done. You can also pull and such. I'm not a big fan of how much slack there is here. That could mess up with some really tight packing jobs. Like if you're packing into a truck, it could like catch on something. These can catch on something if those can be detachable. Honestly, I'm being a hater. I feel like with this guy, I mean, it's good. It's really tough material. I have no real qualms with it. Let's just be honest with that. This is perfectly fine. It's also really fat, which I can say is awesome, because for a lot of other customers that have really fat mattresses, Like some of the really good quality mattresses today, they're a lot thicker. So this would be perfect. So I really hope this was helpful. And you don't need tape for this, guys. So that's also another thing. It has that 360 seal. The straps, they help it button up. The second heavy duty one, that one's really nice, heavy duty. You only really need to go that high if you have a mattress that is on the heavier or flappier side. However, the plastic bags, I can say, are a little harder to get that grab, that grip on. Now, there is a trick that I could show you that actually a good friend of mine showed me on how to make a lifting strap using tape. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that, or if you have other videos that you want to see. If you got value out of this, I did invest in these mattress bags. I'm not sponsored. I do get a little commission if you purchase these items by clicking the link on the website or the link below, or you can donate, give us super thanks. That helps support the channel. I plan on investing in this channel and some of the videos that I make in the future. So that'd be greatly appreciated. I look forward to working with you if you decide to book us for moving services, local, long state, etc., out of state, and the list goes on. But yeah, let me know how this video was valuable to you, and you have a great move.